And overall, we can see that Bitcoin is in a clear downward sloping price channel. This is currently the structure of our price action. And, we have previous support here turning into resistance, and now we're retesting that previous resistance as potential new support. Even if we do break below $7,700, I wouldn't get too bearish too quickly. If you just take a look at our price action recently, the way that this is structured, Bitcoin actually saw higher lows, and we're also seeing higher highs. So this is overall good for Bitcoin. And even if the price does break back below 7,700, if we do still get some higher low structure within this zone, then that is a really, really good sign either way, right? As long as we're seeing higher lows within this area, this can all still remain very bullish. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently pulling back from the highs that we saw during this recent pump. We're going to be taking a look at which support and resistance areas we could be looking to test in the near future. Bitcoin is actually pulling back below the resistance line of the price channel. So we are seeing rejection from that top resistance line. So let's get into the details. But before we get started, guys, for those of you who haven't signed up with the CryptoWatch platform, click that link below, sign up right now. It is the platform that I use in all my videos, and I have a couple tutorial videos, overview videos in the description below. Now let's get started with the Bitcoin analysis. Right now I'm on the asset card list here on CryptoWatch. We can see that most cryptos are seeing some downside today. Bitcoin is currently down over 4.5%, and all other top altcoins are following Bitcoin to the downside. So let's hop into the daily chart here for Bitcoin. I'm looking at the Coinbase chart right now. Just to do a recap, Bitcoin was on a parabolic trajectory, and then right in this area right here, we broke the parabolic trajectory, and we had a couple anchor points set in this zone, and this did set up our downward sloping price channel for the next half year. So it's been a half of a year that we've been stuck in this downward sloping price channel. If we just move in on the daily chart, we can see that Bitcoin did retest the top resistance zone and is now seeing some rejection. If we just look at all other times that Bitcoin retested the resistance zone, we see wicks, right? We never actually get a daily candle close above the top side of the resistance zone. Even here, when we broke above it, we had a wick back down, closed below resistance right here, traded sideways, continued to dump. But Bitcoin did see a daily candle close above this level now, and this is a bullish sign. The bulls had enough momentum to actually trade above this price channel and get a daily candle close above the price channel and get this pump to continue to just below $8,500. If we're looking at the 4-hour chart right now, we can see that Bitcoin was on a parabolic swing. You can map out all the support areas of this move, and we can see that Bitcoin actually was on a parabolic swing. The parabolic trajectory did actually break, though. We did see a break of this parabolic trajectory, and now we're retesting previous resistance as potential new support. So a lot of people are worried right now. A lot of people are wondering, where's Bitcoin going to find support? Are we going to see more downside? Well, I'm going to explain the way that I'm seeing the charts right now. If we just go back to the daily chart and take a look at where we found support previously in September, October, at $7,700, we got a few bounces off the $7,700 level. And if you just look here at the end of November, we got some rejection around $7,800. And then here in the end of December, we got some rejection at $7,700. So essentially, this means that Bitcoin can pull back to as low as $7,700 without really breaking below previous resistance. A lot of traders like to use a lot of indicators to predict price action. Personally, I like to look at market structure more than anything. Market structure for me comes before anything, and most of my analysis is usually done just using support and resistance zones. In my opinion, that is the most effective way of doing market analysis. And overall, we can see that Bitcoin is in a clear downward sloping price channel. This is currently the structure of our price action, and we have previous support here turning into resistance, and now we're retesting that previous resistance as potential new support. Even if we do break below $7,700, I wouldn't get too bearish too quickly. If you just take a look at our price action recently, the way that this is structured, Bitcoin actually saw higher lows, and we're also seeing higher highs. So this is overall good for Bitcoin. And even if the price does break back below 7,700, if we do still get some higher low structure within this zone, then that is a really, really good sign either way, right? As long as we're seeing higher lows within this area, this can all still remain very bullish. But if we do end up breaking below this upward sloping trend line here, right? So let's say we pull back to below 7,500 and we actually can't hold this upward sloping trend and we break lower. This is when the bearish case gains a lot more strength, and this is when the bearish case gains some more momentum. And basically, if we can't actually break above the downward sloping resistance line here, and we just, we can't hold above this upward sloping trend here, then Bitcoin is going to be looking for lower lows in this market and lower highs once again. Personally, I don't think this is likely right now. I do see a lot of changes taking place in this market, but anything is still possible. As long as we're holding above 7,700, I'm still pretty bullish on Bitcoin. And as long as we are still creating a higher low structure within this range, then I'm still pretty bullish on Bitcoin. During this entire downtrend, Bitcoin has been turning previous support into new resistance. We have previous support here turning into new resistance here as well. And what we've seen recently is that Bitcoin is actually finally breaking above that previous resistance and looking to turn it into new support. So overall, things are looking pretty good right now for Bitcoin. So I am still fairly bullish on Bitcoin as long as we're seeing higher lows, higher highs on the daily chart. Also, one thing to keep in mind is the weekly chart. We have a pretty good signal here actually right now that I saw on the parabolic stop and reverse indicator. This is a really good signal that I saw recently on the weekly chart here. Bitcoin is beginning to see a shift here to the bullish side. We're seeing the parabolic stop and reverse indicator shift to the bullish side. This is the first time we've seen this during the entire downward sloping price channel, right? This is the first time we've seen a bullish flip on the parabolic stop and reverse indicator for almost half a year. So this right here is a very, very bullish sign for me. Also, just to do a quick recap here, this is what all the halving cycles have looked like so far. On the bottom left, we see the first halving cycle. Bitcoin sees 3 steps. We see the first parabolic advance, second parabolic advance, and the all-time high break. The second halving period here in 2016, we see the first parabolic advance, the second parabolic advance, and then an all-time high break. And Bitcoin is currently sitting on 1 parabolic advance. This is routinely what the halving period usually looks like. In both previous halving cycles, Bitcoin held above an upward sloping trend, right? In both of these halving cycles. Also, another key indicator on the weekly chart is the 21-week EMA. Let's just pull up the 21-week EMA. Bitcoin did hold above this moving average during all bull markets in the past, and right now we're actually testing it as resistance. So if we can get above the 21-week EMA, that is a very, very bullish indication. So keep all that in mind as well, guys. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to sign up with the CryptoWatch platform. Into the platform that I've been using in all my videos. You can also trade on all the top exchanges. Check out all the links below, guys, and I will see you all in the next video.